Hey, shalom. If you guys are on, I think it's working. It wasn't like last service. It was slow, so I'm assuming it's working. Okay. Early today. Alright. I guess your guys is, they're not coming up on the sidebar, but I gotta scroll down to see the message. Not really early. It's 10:30 my time. Oh man, it is cold. Woke up, it was 34 this morning. I'm talking about 7 o'clock. 34 degrees. I'm like, doing too much. Lord willing, this might be my last winter in the Bay. Lord willing, I ain't saying too much, but next year, Lord willing, is looking pretty good. For the Saints of the Most High, it might be looking pretty bad. As far as there's a lot of stuff they're going to be passing this economy between China, their Evergrande, between their power outage, between people. They're going to stop, discontinue shipping certain things to the States, between our shipping situation, this woke movement, this vaccine mandate. As far as the brothers and sisters across the planet, nah, it's not looking too good. It's not looking too good for any believer that's in Australia. Oh, it's not looking good at all for them. Their persecution pretty much started, and it hasn't even been Bible prophecy type persecution. It's leading up to that. So South Africa, brothers and sisters are going through it because this vaccine mandate. They putting them in quarantine camps, and they're low budget quarantine camps. They're not like tents and stuff. They're super struggling. So it's definitely going to be a worse year. I think next year is probably worse than this year that just happened. Gregorian year, I'll say. In the next Hebrew year that's going to start in March, it's going to be April 2nd technically, but it's going to be worse as well for the Saints of the Most High. But as far as us making progress for True Hebrews United, Lord willing, of course, I think it's going to be pretty good. I thank the Most High for that. And I will be taking my hoodie off. I remember one time I was teaching, and I had my hat on because it was a feast day. And before I even started teaching, I took the hat off because I knew someone was gonna say something. Oh, he got his head covered. He got his head covered. It says, if you pray or prophesy, which I have not done, with your head covered, you dishonor your head. So they were saying, oh, he's trying to teach. I could teach all day, these scriptures all day with this one, and then with this one, and then I could put a beanie on and then put a hat. I'll do this all day. But if I close out in prayer, or if I start in prayer, or if Almighty gives me a word and I start trying to prophesy what's going to come, then yeah, I need to take this off. And vice versa for a woman. They need to put something on when they pray or prophesy. But them talking about the Most High and whatnot, that's not praying and prophesying. So they took that scripture out of context, but I took it off intentionally because I knew people, especially unbelievers or people from under congregations, they're looking to find fault, but there's none given. You know what I'm saying? There's no fault you're gonna find, and if you do find something, we ain't gonna cover it up. We'll deal with it and correct it. How much time we got left? A little bit more time. So definitely that. I forgot the shout outs. Yeah, I think she sent the shout out. So I think that's time. I don't know why your messages don't pop up. So every once in a while I'll just scroll down, scroll back up. Shalom. Seeing head uncovered. Seeing Kovish. So women can sing with their head uncovered. I wouldn't chance that one. Shalom everyone. I wouldn't chance that singing, only because you're giving glory to the Almighty. So if you're singing to the Almighty, it's intertwined with praying, because it's like, oh, I'm just praying. Who you praying to? I'm just praying just to pray. You're praying to the Almighty. I'm just singing. Well, who you singing to? I'm just singing just to sing. And it's possible you could just sing a song, a gospel song or a godly song, just to be singing it because you genuinely just like the song. Yeah, I'm not saying that. But typically when you sing a song, you're singing it to the Most High. It's to sing unto the Almighty a new song. Sing unto Him spiritual hymns. So 90% of the times when I sing a song, I'm actually singing to the Most High. There are some songs where I just like and I'm singing just to sing. So I would suggest women to cover their head when they're singing. Or you know your intentions. If you're singing to the Most High, I mean, why would you sing a song about the Most High and not sing to Him? I mean, I'm not singing to you Almighty. I'm just singing this gospel song just for myself. I'll sing to you later. I mean, you know, I would say definitely keep your head covered when singing unto the Most High. Hopefully that answers the question. Let's begin. Welcome to True Hebrews United, Lord Yeshua. It's your beloved holiness instructor, discipleship drill sergeant, about to get into the book as usual. Definitely give all honor to the Almighty, Yah, through His Son Yeshua Mashiach. He's the only doorway. You got to come through the door. Any other man come any other way, try to come through the back door, try to come through the window, try to come through the attic, the chimney, whatever, you're a thief and a robber. Through His Son, give all glories to the Almighty, through His Son Yeshua Mashiach, the only begotten of the Father. All in double honor to the apostles, the prophets, the evangelists, the teachers, the elders, the bishops, the deacons across the whole planet, teaching this gospel, persuading people to repent from their sins and come to this gospel, for it's everlasting too late. Definitely all the brothers and sisters across the planet, keeping the Almighty's commandments, statutes, judgments, precepts, and ways. Definitely give a shout out to all the people on the Facebook that follow, subscribe, like the videos, and comment. And all the people on the YouTube that subscribe, follow, share, and all that good stuff on the YouTube. I appreciate you guys. Appreciate you guys. Please, if this is your first time, subscribe to the YouTube channel. We're trying to get that algorithm going. You might save a soul by sending that like on one of those videos, letting that video play, sending those videos out to someone that you like. I mean, maybe the one video they needed to repent and come to this gospel. You never know. Just keep planting the seeds. So, with all that said and being done, let's let the fingers do the walking and the scriptures do the talking. It's cold, so there ain't that too many people playing frisbee golf right now, so that's pretty good. Sometimes they change their little targets. Let's see if you can see what we're talking about. It's right. I don't know if you could see it. There's a little target right in front. Yeah, you can't really see it from here. There you go. See it right in front. There's a little stick thing right at the end of my tip. There's a little stick thing, and they frisbee. You can't see, this camera's not that good. So they played a little frisbee golf and they hit it, but because the wind comes, and sometimes their frisbee will land right by me, like right over here or something. And you'll hear me as I teach and whatnot. And so as soon as I say it, some people start playing. So and they'll look at me like I'm going to help them. It'll be right by me, but I just act like I don't even see them. Like, I'm not going to help you break the Sabbath. You breaking the Sabbath. Like, oh yeah, frisbee over here in the bush, because there's bushes around, so they're looking for their thing. Like, one just landed too right by me. Well, he'll find that one. But anyways, it's like, man, I'm not helping you. Be not partaking in another man's sin. You do what you do. You playing that frisbee, make sure you're going to get frisbee yourself right into the lake of fire doing that stuff on the Sabbath. So definitely thank the Almighty. Let's get into the book. Let's get it. Proverbs chapter 16. Proverbs chapter 16. And we're going to start at verse 18. Proverbs chapter 16, verse 18. Let's get it. Pride goeth before destruction, and a haughty spirit before the fall. Better is it to be of a humble spirit with lowly than divide the spoils with the proud. But my main point is pride goeth before destruction, a haughty spirit before a fall. And people look at the destruction like, oh, you're going to go to the lake of fire. I tell people a lot of times, most of the things, 80 to 90% of the things in your life is self-inflicted. The money you make, the position you have is because of cases you do. When women open their legs up and have one or two kids out of wedlock, and then they're a single parent mother, that was self-inflicted. They didn't have to open their legs. So when the opportunities to find jobs, the opportunities to get a better candidate husband, the opportunities to go to school, the opportunities, you're restricted because you have these kids out of wedlock. You know, when a man decides to stay at this job and don't send out other resumes, don't aspire, don't go to night school, don't do this, and 5, 6, 10 years later, when they're paycheck to paycheck, or when they decide to spend all their extra money on bags of chips or the newest phone and don't invest and don't save, and the car breaks down and now they're catching the bus and whatnot, and they're depressed because of the situation, it's because it's self-inflicted. Almost everything we go through, with the exception of things that sinners may bring our way, and because the Almighty might bless or curse the works of our hands, is self-inflicted. You are where you are because of the work that you put in. You know, so when it says a haughty spirit leadeth to destruction, sometimes people destroy their life because of the choices they made because of pride. And we're going to get into this. Everybody's going to get hit. Mainly the men, but everyone's going to get hit today. So let's keep going. And another note too, I was thinking of that, and while it's on my mind, I noticed when I decided to become a millionaire, which I'm not, but when I decided to become a millionaire, I actually started spending my paychecks differently. When you have a millionaire or a multi-thousandaire, like $300,000, $500,000, or when you have that mindset of this is my goal, you'll be surprised what you do with your money. But when you just want a job, or when you're just trying to survive, you spend your money differently. Like now, there is not one paycheck or not one thing I do that is not meant to produce more money. It's not I get a paycheck and I save. It's like I am trying to become a millionaire. And not because it says, be not hasty for gain. I am trying to help out brothers and sisters because we got persecution. This says money is a defense. But I've understood that, man, when you actually change your mindset as a man thinks, so he is, the choices I've made has made me and possibly other brothers and sisters thousands of dollars. It's potentially. You know what I'm saying? It will, but when time comes. Because we make different choices. We're playing the game trying to be a millionaire and not playing the game as let me just survive. Let me just live, you know, instead of let me thrive. I got to make decisions. I got to make this dollar to turn into $2. And I'm getting sidetracked because we're dealing with pride, but I was thinking about self-inflicted. Where we are is because of what we put out. You get what you put out. You know what I'm saying? You get what you put out. So let's get it. So I just came to my mind. I was thinking about that earlier this week. Give me 1 Kings chapter 8. 1 Kings chapter 8. So we're going to deal with some things. We're going to deal with apologizing, taking advice, asking for help, following your wife's lead, and don't get that twisted. We know where they head. Finding a congregation, prestige and entitlement, and leaving a congregation. These topics we're going to deal with because there's different areas of pride. We're going digging deep. Everyone's going to get hit today. So let's get into the book. Give me 1 Kings chapter 8. 1 Kings chapter 8. And we're going to start at verse 46. So we're going to deal with apologizing because, as you know, people got pride apologizing. You run it across people on the job site, wife, uncle, niece, whatever. They are wrong and is brought to their attention, and they will not apologize. That's that pride in you. But let's go. 1 Kings. And this is why it leadeth to destruction. When the Almighty said to Adam and Eve, you eat of this tree of the knowledge of good and evil, you shall surely die. And so they thought that, hey, I'm going to immediately, Eve ate it and was like, oh, I didn't die. But now you started aging. Now you're going to die. You started aging. Your body was meant to live forever. Now you're starting to age. Now those blood cells don't replicate itself every 24 days. It's every 48 days and every 72 days. And now the wrinkles and the gray hair, and pretty soon your body shuts down and you will die. So and that's the thing. It leadeth to destruction, and you don't see it because gradually you're being destroyed, and 15, 30 years later, you look at your situation that you're in and you're like, it's because of this pride. It's because of this. It's because I'm stubborn. I'm paycheck to paycheck at 50 years old because I was stubborn. because I didn't want to take advice, because I didn't want to do these things. And so this is why it says pride leadeth to destruction. You will destroy your life, destroy your marriage, destroy your relationship on the job. You will destroy things simply because of pride. So let's go. 1 Kings chapter 8. Let's get verse 46. On chapter 7. Hold up. Bear with me. Wrong page. There we go. 46. It says, and if they sin against thee, for there is no man that sinneth not, and thou be angry with them, and deliver them to the enemy, so they be carried away captives in the land and the enemy far and near. Yet if they bethink themselves in the land where they have carried away, and repent, and make supplications unto them, make supplications unto thee in the land that you carried them, saying, we have sinned, so they confess, and we have done perversely, we have committed wickedness. See, this is the problem we have. Now the sun wants to come up on the scene. All right. Let me try to twist this or something. Maybe I'll do something like that. Is that better? Kind of. All right. A little bit better, right? See, this is the problem we have. You have the first person to say, hey, man, husband or wife, I don't like how you talked that to me. I don't like how you said that to me. Well, it's just because I got off of work today and I'm stressed out. Now you're justifying a wrong behavior. You're not accepting that you're wrong. You're deflecting your bad behavior. Oh, it's because of you. No. It says render not evil for evil. You can't say, oh, because you did this, I did this. It says render not evil for evil. There is no justification on wrong behavior. So you come to a person, and a person has this pride, and I'm never wrong, and I'm above reproach, and I cannot receive correction. And so you say, hey, husband, hey, wife, you did this, or I don't like how you talk to me. They deflect it. So you got one area. And then you're like, okay, let's get in another case. So you say, hey, husband, hey, wife, so-and-so, I don't like how you address me on that situation in public or whatever, right? You bring it to their attention. They won't apologize. They didn't deflect. They won't apologize. They'll just stop doing it. So they'll stop. They'll change their behavior because in their mind they know they're wrong. So that's step 2. That's better than the first one that just deflects and justifies their wrong behavior. So they'll stop, but they'll never come to you and apologize. And see, this scripture hits it right on the nail. It says, no, you need to confess. You need to turn, but you need to confess. If I say I repented in the old covenant and I just stopped committing adultery, but I never brought that lamb and bullock to the priest for a burnt offering, and I never confessed my sins, I have no atonement for my sins. If you just stop lying and stop stealing and start keeping the Sabbath and stop eating pork and stop celebrating Christmas, and you actually start living holy, but you never repented and got baptized, you still have no remissions of sins. And this is where pride comes in again, because these people will come, you bring it to their attention, they'll stop doing it, but they'll never say, hey, I was wrong. Hey, you were right. I was wrong. I messed up. Hey, I blew it. Hey, forgive me. And what did you just do when a man does that to another man and a woman does that to another woman? You destroy the relationship. Pride leadeth to destruction. And you think, oh, that just means I'll just go to hell. No, every time you do that, you're slowly destroying your relationship with your boss, with your wife, with your husband, with your mom, with your dad, with your niece, with your nephew. You are destroying relationships because they bring stuff to your attention and you refuse to take blame and be accountable for your actions. I am never wrong. And you're holding up this image that no one sees because it comes to the point to where you're delusional because you want to bring up this like, yeah, I'm always right and I'm doing good and yeah, I'm a stand-up guy, but everyone else looks at you like, bro, this dude's late to work. I tried to do with this dude like this and he can't even apologize. He can't even own up to it. Everyone looks at you as less than a man or less than a woman, but in your eyes, because that pride, you good. You good in front of everyone. Yeah, I'm good. No, you're not good. No one even looks at you like you're good. Because once again, pride goes before destruction and a haughty spirit before a fall. So we're going to deal with taking advice now. Is there any comments on this stuff? Let's read some of these comments. I guarantee you everyone's going to get hit today. All right. No comments. Probably everyone got hit. So Yep, that's right. Destroying your relationship with the Most High too. All right, yeah. No comments. You guys mad because you guys got hit probably. That's why there's no comments. All right, cool. Let's scroll back up. I don't know why the comments don't come up on the side screen no more. But praise the Almighty. Let's go with. So you people out there, you guys got to stop doing that. Seriously. Hey, own up to your mistakes. Everyone has characteristics flaw. We all got to grow on the Most High. We got to get it together. Taking advice. Give me Proverbs chapter 11. Proverbs chapter 11. It says, where no counsel is, the people fall. But in the multitude of counselors, there is safety. Now, he's saying that where there is no counsel, everyone needs to get counsel. Maybe not sit in the chair and put your feet up and say, you know, I just want to feel like I'm important. I want to find peace. I want to, you know, I'm not saying that kind of counseling or traumatic, you got raped or something. That's different type of counseling, and you need that too. But it could be like you have an ideal to start a business and you need to bounce this ideal off of 3 or 4 brothers or sisters. And they say, hey, watch out for this or do this, or that's a multi-level marketing, that's a scam, or oh, that's a pyramid scheme, or, you know. But let's say, for example, let's use that for example. You want to get into Herbalife or some multi-level marketing, some pyramid scheme, and the only way you make money is if you get people to come under them, and they got to get people to come up, and then and the stuff only the top 1% actually makes money, and everyone else stays broke, right? It's been proven. They did the income of all the people in the pyramid scheme, and only the top like 1 or 5% actually are successful, and the rest of the people just stay broke, still working a side job, playing, hustling for these people, right? So you're like, hey, bro, I don't think you should do that. That's multi-level marketing, man. That's like a pyramid scheme. You don't want to get it. Oh, man, I got it together. And then another brother comes, hey, bro, that's kind of like a pyramid scheme. That, oh, no. And see, what happens is you don't want to take advice because that pride, once again. And then when you're trying to keep this prestige that I got it together. I know how to lead myself, which everyone has a level of leading, but you could always lead yourself better. You could always be a better man, right? So, oh, I got it together. No one can tell me nothing. I got it, man. I'm above reproach. And then when the pyramid schemes falls, which it will, because pride goes before destruction, and they come to you a couple of months later, hey, what's up? How's that Herbalife? Or how's that multi-level marketing thing going? Oh, well, you know, man, it just wasn't for... See, you ain't even willing to admit that you were right, man. That was a multi-level market. Yeah, you told me, oh, man, it just wasn't for me, man. I was doing it, man. It was all right, man. It was all right. I made a little change, but, man, I got something better going on. You can't even admit that. You can't even admit it. And what you do is they don't understand that how people look at prideful people, whether they're a TikTok, Instagram girl showing their butt every day that's a narcissist or whatnot, or they don't look at them highly. Whether it's this person they do not look at them highly. They are not highly esteemed. Pride is almost a poison that makes you delusional because you think how you perceive yourself or how you trying to project yourself isn't how people view you. Because you have pride, so you're not trying to take advice that leads to destruction. You're not trying to apologize, lead to destruction. So people view you down here, but you're trying to project up here. And no one will ever view you that way because of that pride. Because of that pride. So let's keep going. Give me Proverbs chapter 4. Give me verse 7. And once again, pride is like my sexual attraction to the opposite sex. It will never leave. A woman's pride, a man's pride, that is something we have to keep into subjection at all times. A man's always going to be driven to the opposite sex, and a woman's going to be driven to a man, and that desire to procreate is always going to be there, but we have to keep that in reins. I take pride that I take care of my family, and it says thorns and thistles by the sweat of your brow. But that pride does not lead me to destruction. I take pride in my work. I take pride that I come early and I don't take days off, and I work hard. Those things you take pride, but see, that does not lead to destruction. You coming and doing clean work. I do air conditioning, so not do sloppy halfway work, hack job, just garbage work, and you do clean job, and you you're proficient and efficient at your job. You take pride in my work, man. I don't do just sloppy work. I do clean work. But that doesn't lead to destruction. This is what I'm projecting, and this is what I'm doing. So, back to this, Proverbs chapter 4. Give me verse 5. Get wisdom, get understanding, forget it not. Neither decline the words of thy mouth. Forsake her not, and she shall preserve thee. Love her, and she shall keep thee. So it says get wisdom. It says wisdom is the principal thing, therefore get wisdom. And with all thy getting, get an understanding. So we see here it's saying to get wisdom, but how do you get this wisdom? Because when a brother, especially when brother serving the Almighty is trying to help you in an area, oh no, well yeah, I got it together. I see people and I just give a suggestion because I don't think I have a right to tell another man what they need to do. So I give suggestions, or I give all information that I know. I'll give them all the information on a topic and say, hey man, this is what I suggest. Hey man, but you got to make your own decision and really go that route. And then hopefully they take the wisdom and they make wise decisions. You know, they make wise decisions. And sometimes they don't want to receive the wisdom when one or two are brothers or one or two sisters give another sister some information. They don't want to receive it, and it leads to their destruction. It leads to their destruction. I protested against something happened where some people, I'll deal with it when I get into beliefs. But it just made people look foolish. It's like, hey, don't go that route. That's not spiritual. That's not supported by scripture. They do it anyways. It just makes everyone look foolish. It's like, how are you spiritual? You didn't see that was going to happen? I seen that a mile off. That means if me from the United States, 2,000 ways from Belize, I could see that is not of the Most High. And you guys didn't see that? And you guys are miles away? You guys didn't see that was a bad decision? And I could see that through the scriptures? Then that means I see way further than you. Miles further than you. So let's keep going. So how does a person get that wisdom? They got to get it for the brothers and sisters. What, you're going to get everything off of YouTube? And it'll be the funniest thing that the people that don't want to receive correction, you never see them read any kind of books. And I'm not talking about comics. They don't read any books. They don't take any higher education, but yet they have it all together. Somehow they got all this wisdom and on all subjects. But let's keep going. Give me Mark chapter 6. No, we'll wait on Mark. So, wisdom, whether it be from wife, and we're going to deal with that in a little bit, or from friends. When you have brothers and sisters that's trying to give you information, they have not only your soul salvation, but your welfare on this in this world, in their mindset. They're trying to give you the best information that's going to produce the best results of here, as well as onto salvation. And you see it time and time again. I got it all together. Oh, you can't tell me nothing. Oh, nope. They turn their ear, they stiff it. And it's like when multiple people say this is a bad idea and you still go that route, the probability of you being right, it's super slim. You probably have a 75% chance of being wrong. When 3 people say this is not a good idea and you still do it anyways, then what becomes of it? What becomes of it? We'll see, We'll see. And yeah, you might be accurate, but the majority of the time, when brothers or sisters are trying to give you counsel in certain situations, hey, you need to consider that thing. But marriage counseling, prime example. You men out there that don't want counseling, some of you guys need counseling. Some of you guys got to work through. I would suggest anyone that's married for the first year to get marriage counseling. First year, anyone who's dating someone and thinking about getting married, get marriage counseling the first year off top. Like before you guys get married and the first year during marriage, and get it from people that's been married. Rather get it from some people that's been divorced. Like, hey, this is the mistakes that I meant to let. I'm not saying the majority of your counseling should be from someone that made a mistake, but there is times where they do Scared Straight, where they bring people that are felons that are in prison and say, hey, don't learn from my mistakes. Learn from my mistakes. This is what I did wrong. This ain't the place you want to be. And yeah, they're not a good citizen because they have a felony. So, but they're going to the people that made the mistake. So maybe you might see someone like, yeah, this is what destroyed my marriage. Hey, don't be like me. Don't learn from my mistakes, and go with people that are married and get the counseling you need. There's brothers and sisters that are maybe separated, you know, and say, hey, this is what messed up my marriage. Before I came to the Almighty, this is what messed up my marriage. But that pride will stop people from wanting to get in the information they need. Oh, we'll figure it out. Marriage in the Almighty, marriage in general is super hard. They say the first 3 to 5 years is hard. You're putting two worlds together. You're putting two worlds and combining them together. And then not say, oh, we were shagged up for a year or two before we got married. Well, then you just did it the worldly way. I'm talking about people serving the Almighty. You don't come and move in together until you're married, and you guys did it right. And you're putting two worlds together, and your stuff that may not bother you, stuff that you may not recognize, because no matter how much you hang out, and once you start living together, it's a totally different ballgame. So, whether it be money management, I try to help brothers, and especially now that my mindset's been enlightened to, you know, different ways to make income. But even beforehand, I try to help out brothers. I'm like, hey, you sure you want to do that? Or, hey, could you do this? Or, you know, and you give the suggestions, and that pride comes in. They got it all together. And then a year or two later, they're in the same predicament. And you're like, hey, you know, I thought you had it all together. In your mind, you're like, I thought you had it all together. I could have prevented that from happening. I gave you information to prevent that happening. But once again, you have it all together. No one can tell you anything. Oh, you know, have it all together. And I like the money management the best is because 3 years later, you're in the same spot. You're in the same exact predicament. But you had it all together, right? But you're telling people you have it all, but everyone sees that you do not have it all together. A man, oh, I don't need no marriage counselor. I want people in my business. Everyone around you see that your marriage is trash right now. Everyone sees this. So you go to the feast days, or you go out and you go and you try to project or try to give this facade that you have it all together and your marriage is good and this and this and this, and everyone sees right through it. So why waste? Why not just humble yourself and then take some counseling? Humble yourself and say, we need help. This is more than I expected. Give me some advice. We need help. Whether it's raising children, hey, this situation happened with my kid. What do I do? Go to one of the ones that had 3, 4, 7 kids, that's 50, 60 years old or whatever, that's had kids and been through life and had grandkids. Hey, what do I do? That got wisdom. This situation is going on. What do we do? And get the wisdom you need. Because if you don't, now these kids are going to be destroyed. Because that pride, oh, I know how to raise my kid. I'm a mom. I'll figure it out, or I'll learn, and this and this. And you do all that stuff. And now when your kids grow up, and they're rebellious, their kids grow up and don't want nothing to do with you. Your kids grow up because you could have prevented it. You could have got the counsel you needed and say, hey, this is what we do. This is what you do. This is what you can expect kids to do at the age of 12, and this is their development. This is how their brain starts to develop, you know, at this age or that age, or this is what the questions they go in. This is the rebellious stage, like the terrible twos, or, you know what I'm saying, the troublesome threes, or whatever, right? You're going through, oh, what do you do when the kid's teething, or whatever, right? But you have that pride, so you don't want to get help on how to raise children. And so guess what happens? Who suffers? Who gets destroyed out of that situation? The children. Because the parents' pride. Because the parents' pride. Same thing with money. Or you see this person where you give them advice and you tell them this, but only when some doctor says it. Oh, yeah, the doctor said this is this and this. It's like, man, we've already been telling you this. We've already been telling you this. We've already been saying this is the best way to go. Why all of a sudden a doctor comes? Because in front of your friends and family, you want to seem like you got it all together. See, you don't have to seem like you got it all together around a doctor. Because a doctor has a degree, or a doctor already has it together, and they don't even know you. So you don't have to be around them and carry this image, right? But around the other people, oh, I don't got to take the advice. Some people don't like taking advice, not because the advice is wrong, but simply because they're pride and they just don't want to take the advice. For the simple fact of not taking advice. Their pride is just so embedded in them. That, nah, I'll just learn the hard way. I've heard people say that. Instead of taking advice, I'll just learn the hard way. After you get AIDS, hey man, you shouldn't fornicate. Hey, you need to wrap it up. You know? Oh, I'll learn the hard way. Now you got AIDS. Oh, I learned the hard way. Now you in prison. Oh, I learned the hard way. Now you lost your job. Like, there's sometimes learning the hard way you cannot recover. Or sometimes learning the hard way, it will take you years to recover. If someone tells you, hey, I want to say invest in that business, I'm putting $10,000 or $20,000, this is going to get big, I'm about to retire early, and it destroys. It falls through. You know, and it took you 15 or 10 years to save that $20,000, $30,000. Now that mistake, that learning the hard way, sets you back 10, 15 years. You learned the hard way, set you back. You know how many people in the lake of fire is going to learn the hard way? All of them. Everyone in the lake of fire will learn the hard way. But it's too late. It'll be too late. I don't want to learn why I don't need to be a fornicator or whoremonger after they say I got AIDS. After they say I got herpes. I don't want to learn the hard way. See, that's the difference between foolish people and people of wisdom and understanding. They take counsel and they learn from people's mistakes and not just their own. And they actually learn faster because they go to people that have wisdom and they soak up that wisdom, and they actually excel faster. Because if it took me this long to get to the knowledge I have, and especially when my kids get 16 and they're able to read the Bible thoroughly, and I could do private one-on-one in-depth Bible studies with them, by the time they're 25, they'll probably be at the level of understanding I am in my 30s. Why? Because they're going to soak in this wisdom and they're going to catch on faster. Now, oh, I got to learn the hard way. No, I'm good. If I need to fix something on my car, I'll watch a YouTube video and I'm going to learn the easy way. I'm not going to learn the hard way and do it myself and take six more hours than it needs to because I want to learn the hard way. No, I'm good. That's a foolish way of thinking. And that leads to destruction. That's that prideful thing. You heard people say, I'll learn the hard way. That's pride. And that's going to lead them to destruction. Most of these people you're going to see 5 years down the road, they'll be in the same exact spot. Same exact spot. Some people, their marriage got destroyed and they don't even know that they're the reason, because they spent so many years deflecting. Oh, it's because of her and because of she and because of this and because of this, because of that and because of that. And they don't realize you're the one. That pride, you didn't want to accept fault. You didn't want to apologize. You didn't want to do this. That pride led up to destruction and it destroyed your marriage. Why? And at the end, 5 years later, when you're separated and she moved on or whatever, and you guys are separated in this single parent homes or whatever, in your mind, you're going to think, you're not even going to see that you're wrong. That's why some people they have so much pride, it becomes a delusion. Like how narcissists, they're delusional. They have something wrong in their brain to where they feel like they have this entitlement. Like they really believe the world evolves around them. And when the world hits them in the face and they expect someone to get up or move out or do something, it's like, who are you? And then, oh, I got 1 million followers. I don't care about you or your followers. Get out the way. And then they're shocked because their world just got shooken. And that's the same thing with this pride. You really feel that this is how a man, this. And these men come up having so much pride. And then they lose in the end. This race you think you're running and you think you're winning, you're not. Then why aren't you still with your wife? Because that pride. And if it's a legit reason she cheated, that's different. I'm talking about people destroy their marriage because of pride and they don't want to accept it. They don't want to accept it. Well, let's keep going. I'm going to read some comments. Let's go with give me asking. We're going to go with asking for help. So now I dealt with taking advice. We'll read some comments on that and then we're going to deal with asking for help. All right, let's go with destroying relationship with the Most High. That's true. The one time Whitney tried to set me up with a pyramid scheme, I could see that. Pride blinds you and you could take off course. You can't even see that they're off course. That's right. Marriage is spiritual warfare. You have to learn to fight. Learn before you burn. That's right. All right, cool. coming back up. So now let's go with asking for help. A lot of this has to do with men. We'll do it just a little bit with women, not too much. I can't squeeze it all in one Bible study. This really should be a two-part, but let's get it. Asking for help. I would make it a two-part. Maybe I might do it, but I gotta deal with a false Christmas, a waste of service. Teach people why Christmas is not of the Most High, which some of you guys know, but I'll give you scriptural reasons so you can share with people why it's not of the Most High. Acts chapter 4. Asking for help. Acts chapter 4. Verse 32. It says, and the multitude of them that believed were of one heart and of one soul. Neither said they of them that the things that they possess, of the things which they possessed was his own, but had all things common. And with great power the apostles gave witness of the resurrection of the Lord Yeshua, and great grace was upon them all. Neither was there any on them that lacked. For many that have possessions of lands and houses sold them, and brought the prices of the things that were sold, and laid them down at the apostles' feet, and distribution was made unto everyone according to he has need. That's a blessing. That's a blessing. Let's keep going. And Jose, whose by the apostles was surnamed Barnabas, which being interpreted the son of consolation, a Levite of the country of Cyprus, having land, sold it, and brought the money and laid it at the apostles' feet. They sold possessions to take care of their brothers and sisters. That's the love that they have, and that's the love we need to push. That's the love we need to really push. That's why I always say I only have a tight-knit group. I really don't. The filter for being holy and righteous is real fine, because there's no point if we're not trying to strive for this kind of love. There's no point to fellowship with people just to say shalom, for the sake of fellowshipping. If it's not meaningful fellowship, if those brothers don't truly love you, then why are you even rolling with those people? Because when push comes to shove and persecution really pops off, that fake love, that fake shalom and those fake fringes or whatever, those people that you felt, I'm telling you, they will be gone. They will be gone. Oh, you're not from my congregation, you're this, or whatever excuse they use, they will not be in your corner when push comes to shove. So why even entertain it? I just entertain the relationships I have with people that's going to be in the trenches with me. So these brothers here, they sold lands and houses to take care of the brother. So the problem I have, and mainly when I was in San Diego, there was a brother and he needed help financially. He needed help. Hopefully he's all right. I haven't seen him in a while. I forgot his name. Sister Whitney knows him. He had an afro. He lived kind of right by us. You remember that dude? I forgot. He went to Brother Bowser's church. He was a pretty good brother. But that brother was struggling, but he never wanted to receive help. And men, we have this issue that we don't want, hey bro, can I borrow $200 to get me by? Or can I borrow? Everyone needs help. You know, to say you don't need help, then that's to say you've never used a credit card. When you use a credit card, what is that? That is borrowing money. And some of you guys are borrowing money with 20% APY or 6% APY. The Bible says we can't charge our brother usury. So if a brother borrows $200, he just got to pay $200. He gets the interest-free loan. But we won't do that. I have too much price. So you go to the center man. So you go to the center man and use your credit card, or run up a credit card, then go to your brother because you have too much pride and you want to, once again, put off this image to the people that you don't need help, you never need help, you're good, when you're not. You know what I'm saying? There's a brother, there's a situation, you know who I'm talking to. I thought he gave off this image that he had things together. Hey, this and this, this and this, this and this. Situation came down, he had to get 100% help from some sinners to help him get a ride. So it's like, bro, you borderline like deceive me. I'm thinking you have it all together, and then the phone falls off, and then you out for the count. Phone just took your chin out. You just folded out for a whole month. I'm like, bro, I'm thinking from what you expounded on to me that you on point and you not on point. And so it's just like, bro, be real, be honest. And for you people at True Hebrews United and the people that actually watch and met me, you know, I love the brothers and sisters. Anyone trying to come to the God, I'm trying to help put money in brothers and sisters' pockets. I'm one of the few ministers that's trying to put money that's there for brothers and sisters. And yeah, when it comes to the gospel, hey, I'm tight. Hey, we got to live holy. We got to live right. But also when it comes to helping the brothers need to stay at the house, whatever. Brothers need money. Hey, I'm there. You don't even have to. Hey, I got you. You know what I'm saying? You're part of the team. You're part of the Almighty's team. I got you. No problem. You know what I'm saying? But don't. If a brother needs help, bro, don't go to the center for a ride. You could have went to the FAMs. You could have went, like, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, and I'm talking about a person that's baptized did this. I'm like, come on, bro. What's up? If you need help, you need help. Just say it. It's okay. If you need help, you're having us thinking you got it together and you don't. And it's all right. Man, this 6 months been the hardest 6 months I've had in about 2.5 years. I'm talking about we have reduction of work, so I'm getting 3-day paychecks. And then if I got a full paycheck, oh, here's a transfer case, $1,000. Oh, we got this happen. Oh, this happened. Oh, fix this car. Oh, mini paycheck. Oh, this situation happened. Oh, another mini paycheck. I'm talking about, I was going to push back my trip, but there's no work. Construction's slow right now because this Omicron, Decepticon, Megatron variant, whatever, right? Optimus Prime is going to be the next. I guarantee you, they got the Decepticon variant now. 6 months later, oh, we got the Optimus Prime variant that's more deadly. You know what I'm saying? So, but anyways, brothers and sisters, if they need help, they need help. If a brother's going through depression, bro, call the brother. Hey, I'm going through it. What's up? Even if you know what I'm saying? Maybe, hey, you know, my marriage is going through, or this, or man, I don't want to be on this planet anymore. There's times where I don't even want to be here. I'm like, man, what's the point for me to work my whole life and live paycheck to paycheck? I'm really just gonna be with the Almighty. I'm not saying no suicidal things, but we're in the business of producing. I want to live. I don't want to live paycheck to paycheck and just survive. When you live paycheck to paycheck, it's surviving. It's not living. You're not going on vacations. You're not going and eating nice things. You're not enjoying being on this planet. You're just paycheck to paycheck. Pay a bill, live broke. Pay another bill, live broke. Go to work, pay a bill, be broke. Go to work, pay a bill, be broke. That's just surviving. That's surviving. And you're like, man, what's the point of me even being here just to survive? But a lot of that is self-inflicted once again. So, asking for help. Another situation, they'll have pride. Brothers and sisters will have pride and won't want to go to other brothers and sisters. Then why do you go to the hospital? Oh, something's happened. I have this lump. Doctor, I need your help. So you're humble enough to go to a doctor, or you're humble enough to go to some sinners, but when you really need help, but the brothers you don't, because you want to keep this image. When your kid's sick, you just take it. Oh, I don't need no doctor's help. Why don't you keep it 100? I don't need no doctor's help. Oh, I got a broken bone. I'll fix the broken bone myself. I don't need no physician. I'll do it myself. Since you don't need help. But when it ever comes to the brothers and sisters, no, I don't want to call them for help. I want to keep my image. I want to keep my image. And then when push comes to shove, because the situation will happen. How is the battery dead already? It was just full. Yeah, I might have to close. We might make it a part 2. And it's cool because it's 50. Maybe it's meant to be a part 2. So yeah, because there's no way. We're not only halfway done. So we're going to make it a part 2. Probably next service. I'll probably crush Christmas too. So anyways, I don't know. My battery doesn't charge long anymore. It was fully charged when I left. We'll see what's up. So I just bought this computer too. This is whack. So when push comes to shove and a situation happens, and now brothers and sisters seen that you were hurting inside, and it's like, why didn't you tell us? Why didn't you tell us you were going through this? Why did we find out 6 months later that you're struggling? You know, whether depression or marriage or whatever. Why did you let your pride get you? Now you destroyed yourself. We could have prevented this. We could have gave you the counsel. We could have gave you the financial help. We could have been a blessing to you. and you kept that because you wanted it, and people thought you had it together because you kept it secret. That pride made you keep it secret, and now you destroyed yourself. You suffer loss. And most of the times you can recover, you could get that money back, or you could get that situation back, but some things you can never recover. When you have so much pride and you don't want to admit fault, or you don't want to admit you need help parenting your kid, and your kid grows up and 20 or 22 years old, and you don't even have a relationship with them, or they don't want nothing to do with you. Why? Because that pride. And you won't admit that my pride destroyed my relationship with my kid. My pride destroyed my relationship with my kid because I thought I had it all together and I didn't. And I let pride get in the way. So, because my battery's dying, and I'm pretty much going to have to buy a new computer because there's no way it only charges for an hour, seeing that this computer is less than like 2 years old, but whatever. So, get ready for mini services now. But anyways, maybe I'll get like a little generator or something. So, don't let pride get in the way. We're going to part 2 this. Don't let pride get in the way. Don't let it be your downfall. Pride goeth before destruction, a haughty spirit before the fall. Let me check some comments on that. Yep, we are our brother's keepers. Yeah, and that's the thing with this new battery. All the new laptops, I was hot too. All the new laptops, you can't take the battery out. It's just like the phones. When I went there, all the new laptops, you can't take the battery out. So essentially, I bought this $600 computer, right, after taxes or whatnot, and it was price gouged because it was during that COVID where everyone had their kids couldn't go to school, so there was no laptops in Best Buy and everything, so all the prices went up and stuff. So you couldn't get nothing, tablets, laptops. I'm talking about there's a waiting list. Like, everything was stripped dry. I had to wait 2 weeks because there was none in stock at the Best Buy or Target or any of them for it to come in, and then I could pick it up, right? So I bought this laptop, and then you can't take the battery out. So now what? Now I got to buy a new laptop to last another 2 years. $300 a year. It cost me $600 last 2 years. So $300 a year. Yeah, it's about to die. So with all that said, being done, don't let pride get in the way. Keep standing. Don't drop standards. Give the Almighty a hand clap. Shalom.